Rio Grande Valley, the southernmost tip of Texas, has been overwhelmed with Central American migrants for months. More than 47,000 unaccompanied youth have illegally crossed the U.S.-Mexico border since October of 2013 and have nowhere to go. Joining us now from McAllen, Texas, is Carlos Sanchez. He is the editor-in-chief of the Monitor, a local McAllen news organization that has been covering the issue closely. Thanks so much for joining us. What has caused so many to come over the border?
Well, Jennifer, that's the big political debate of the day. Republicans tend to blame President Obama and the Obama administration for the policies that he enacted 2 years ago that allows children who had been in the United States since 2007 to remain in the United States without being deported. They are saying that Central Americans are misinterpreting this policy and are flocking to the borders now. Democrats are arguing that the violence and the level of drug trafficking that is now overwhelmed Central America are forcing these kids to come up for their own lives. And in interviews with a lot of these children, both answers may be at the heart of what's going on here.
Well, what happens to them when they arrive?
Well, if they are unaccompanied minors, then they are taken in by the Customs and Border Patrol. And at that point, U.S. law says they have 72 hours to turn them over to a Department of Health and Human Services. And that's where the bottleneck is happening. They're opening emergency facilities. They've done so in Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. They're sending them to El Paso, Texas. They're sending them to Tucson, Arizona. They're sending them inland to Nebraska.
We even heard that they're going to Massachusetts as well.
They're going all over the country,
yeah.
And in fact, there is some political fallback out of this. Some communities, I understand, inland, I think in the Pennsylvania region, have said, we don't want these kids. And so we're beginning to see evidence of that as well.
And, you know, officials are estimating the number could actually double by the end of the year. So you have to wonder, how can they begin to get a handle on it? And how do they identify these children, get them back to their rightful parents, or their homes? How do they go about that?
That's another concern that's being raised. Because the authorities are so overwhelmed, immigrant advocates are alleging that as soon as they find anybody who says, yes, I'm a relative, they're simply handing the child over to this person without doing complete or full background checks to make certain that the person claiming to be a relative is indeed one or is indeed safe.
Oh, my goodness. Carlos Sanchez, we'll have to leave it there. You are the editor-in-chief of the Monitor. We thank you so much for your time.